జూమ్ ఆన్ చేసి ఉన్నావా? సార్ నువ్వు క్లాస్లో జాయిన్ అవుతావు చూస్తా. జాయిన్ అవ్వ దీంట్లో సార్ ఇంటికి వెళ్తా. మ్యూట్లో ఉన్నావా లేదా అనేది చెప్తాను. Okay, dear students, try to join quickly because to save our time. So we'll start the unit 2 in this class. So in the previous classes up to today's class, we discussed different types of sorting techniques and the searching and the previous classes and the basics of data structures, different classifications, all those concepts we have covered already. So that is the big unit of out of 5 units. So the remaining units are small, but the second unit is linked list. Unit 2 is linked list. Linked list is also type of linear data structures. So majorly, if you not pay your close attention, these programs may not understand easily. So a little bit lengthy. The linked list programs, little bit lengthy, but very easy concept, easy to understand. So try to pay your close attention. Otherwise, total concepts are like the total data structures and algorithms. Okay, so okay. Before going to discuss linked list, let me tell you this. So before studying, we should know why we study this. Why linked list? For example, why linked list? Already you know about arrays. Array means what? Already we know. Similar data items we can store it Okay, in memory locations already. I have shown you the memory locations and everything. But why these linked lists are coming to the matter? Let me show. So in previous sessions, we discussed about the concept called arrays, right? So arrays can be used to store linear data items or similar items, but arrays having some drawbacks. By the time I told you that arrays are fixed in size, that means static. What is the meaning of static? Static means what? Fixed. Once you declare anything, after MSET results, after MSET counseling, so government will give you some date. So on or before choose options or exercise options, otherwise no changes will be made. Right? Did you heard that news? So they'll give you some date. After that, on or before you exercise web options. Otherwise, after this date, no changes will be made available for the candidates. Did you hear that? Yeah, okay, we'll see later. Okay. So, okay. So here, array also can use in implementation of stack and queue. Okay, not only linked list, but why linked list is mainly for arrays having array also a simple linear data structure. Linked list also linear data structure, but array having fixed size of memory. That means it is static. Once you declare that, you cannot alter or you cannot add or you cannot new or you cannot do any changes. So that is the major drawback. For example, you are doing some project. So you declared the size of the memory is, for example, 100 locations. After that, in the middle of the program, you need to change the, or if you want to change the size of the program, that means size of the elements, memory space. So it is not possible. So you have to complete that program. The next program only, excuse me. In the next program only, it is possible to write the code and you can reinitialize that array. So this is the main drawback. For such drawbacks, linked list is used. So to overcome all those drawbacks in arrays. So see, the size of the array is fixed. Is it visible to all of you? Is my document visible to all of you? Okay, that's good. The size of the array is fixed. So we must know the upper limit on the number of elements in advance. What is upper element? That means the size of the array is 100. So what is the upper element? 100. So you must know in advance. Otherwise, it is not possible. For example, after the insertion of 100 elements, you need to try, if you want to try one at one element, it is not possible. That is why in advance, you can know the status of the array size. So the allocated memory is equal to the upper limit irrespective of the usage. That means up to declaration size only, we can use the size of the array. That is the drawback. And another one is inserting a new element in an array of element is expensive because the room has to be created for the new element, and to create new room existing elements have to be shifted. For example, we are having some IDs. These are some IDs are the elements. So if you want to insert a new element, so you need to maintain the sorted order. We have to move all the elements after 1000. So if you want to add anything, you need to move on every position. If you want to delete, for example, 2000 element, you need to shift all the elements for this 2000 element. So that take a great headache. That is why we are using the linked list. Linked list, it doesn't have such type of problems. Majorly, it will give us the dynamic memory allocation. That means if you want to extend the size of the array, in the introduction class only I told you, it is just like a train. So if you want to extend the compartment, easily can connect to the before compartments, just like that. So ease of insertion and deletion. So if you want to insert an element in the starting of the list, ending of the list, middle of the list, or any position of the list, we can insert the linked list. We can insert the values in the linked list. But the drawbacks of linked lists are, these are the advantages of linked list. The drawbacks of linked lists are mainly random access is not allowed. And another one is extra space is required because we need to use pointers concept in this linked list. If you want to implement linked list, must and should you need pointers concept. So I don't know pointers concept, how many you know about it. I think you might read in C language, right? Pointers. Do you know pointers? Yes, pointers already in your syllabus, it is there. Yes, okay. So here we are using pointers for implementing the linked list, right? So always pointers having one drawback, that is called wastage of memory. Okay, I'll show you the remaining things and I'll explain you linked list full structure. Okay, see here, linked list is a very commonly used linear data structure which consists of group of nodes in a sequence. So linked list normally consists of group of nodes, NODEs. I'll show you what is a node. Each node holds its own data and address of the next node. So hence forming a chain-like structure. This is called linked list. So linked lists are used to trees, graphs, queue stacks, all these implementations. So here see, this is called a node. So a node consists of two parts. One is first part is data and for second part is for address. So data means what it's storing. For example, if you want to store the value 10, so 10 will be placed here. And address means what? The address of the next node. For example, the memory location. That means the address of the next node will be saved in this. So this is the header node. This is the engine for the, just let us consider train as an example for linked list. So this is the engine. So this engine is connected to the next compartment and the next compartment having some sleeper classes. After that, for a general compartment. After that, some having that are linked to the sleeper classes. After that, AC classes. After that, some whatever you may want. So these are just forming like a chain. That is the train. After that, end of the list. That is the linked list is ended. So that is how the linked list is connected. Generally, there are three types of linked list. First one is single linked list, second one is double linked list, and third one is circular linked list. So these are the three linked lists. If you discuss these three linked lists, second unit will also come. Okay. See here, linked list. So a linked list in simple terms here, a linear collection of data elements. These data elements are called as nodes. So here this is node 1. This is node 2. Node 2 consists of two. Every node consists of two parts. First one is what? Tell me. Every node consists of two parts. First part consists of what? Its own data, right? And second part consists of address of the next. Yes, yes, yes. Good. Okay, linked list is a data structure which is stored, which in turn can be used to implement other data structures. So here linked list is used to implement stacks and queues, trees and graphs. So it acts as a building block to implement data structures such as queue stacks. So building block means what? It is the basic thing. For that thing, we can perform anything on the data structures, algorithms, right? So building block means basic fundamental things. Linked list can be perceived as a train or a sequence of nodes in which each node contains one or more data fields and pointer to the next node. That thing happened here. So see here, for example, I'm taking here some 7 nodes. So every node having its own data and having the address of the next node. So see here, every linked list starts with the head node that is called the starting. So everything we can give it to the temp as a starting, and after that it will given to node 1. So the node 1 having data 1, and the second part address of the next node is connected to number 2. So the data is 2. Maybe here you want to store anything. For example, here maybe value 50 or 100 or alphabets or anything you can store. Just for the serial order, I'm taking 1 to 7. Otherwise, you can take any values or alphabets. It will store. Not an issue here. So you can see that in the linked list, every node consists of two things, integer values or whatever it is. So here the left part of the node consists of data, includes simple data type or array structure. Okay. The last node will have no node. That is the X mark, star mark, X mark. This is cross mark. So that means the end of the list. It means null pointer or null. So it stores the special value called the null. Null means what? Nothing in there. That represents the end of the list. So if you want to close the list, linked list is also called as a list. We can simply call it as a list. So after the ending of the list, simply you represent with the cross mark. That it represents the ending of the list. That's it. So for example, if null pointer is represented by X mark while programming, we usually define null as -1. Otherwise, -1 also, -1 means what? Before 0, -1 is there. -1 is what? Nothing will perform. In programming, sometimes we may use null or we may use -1. That thing you need to remember. So here null pointer denotes the end of the list. Since in a linked list, every node contains a pointer to another node, which is of the same type. So it is also called as self-referential data type. So every type is the same type. Here, for example, if you store one type of data, here another type of data, it is not possible. So simply it will follow the order. Okay. So linked list contains a pointer variable that is called star. That stores the address of the first node. So for everything, a train consists of engine. Without engine, it will not start. It will not move forward. So the starting address of the node will be available in engine. Okay. So we can traverse the entire list using start, which contains the address of the first node. So if we have first node, then automatically we will connect to the next node. So the next part of the first node in turn stores the address of the succeeding nodes. So here we are having two terms. The one term is for predecessor and second one is successor. Predecessor means previous node. Successor means next node. For example, let us consider 2 as we are considering the node 2. So node 1 is the predecessor node because node 1 is before to the node 2 and node 3 is after the node 2, that it is successor node, successor node. and this is called predecessor node. Predecessor. Predecessor node or predecessor. That means pre. This means success. SCCC. In programming, we can use like this. So in programming, we can use or we can write programming in different ways, but without changing the meaning. Like your mathematics having some different methods, one method or two methods. Or let us consider some people may divide. If you want, if I give you some calculations, some people may follow multiplications in one type, and some people may follow another type. Okay, so in programming also there are different methods, but we should not violate the rules of the compiler, and we should not violate the meaning of the concept. That is the thing here, especially in the programming. Okay, if start equals to null, that means then the linked list is empty and it contains no nodes. So all these are the tips for programming. Concept oriented you can remember, but you need to remember all these points for programming purpose, right? Did you understand? So if start equals to null in the programming, that means what? Then the linked list is empty and contains no nodes. Then we can start the linked list. That means the list is empty. So we can implement the linked list using the following code. So in the next class only, I'll tell you the program for everything. First of all, I'll complete the concept so that you can understand the terminologies that are used in the program. Okay. So linked list program is little bit difficult. That means difficult means why I'm using that word. It consists of some pages of code. That's it. So one thing I'll tell you. Uh, I was there in the technical round. So before the technical round panel, I was there. So the interviewer asked my students, so the previous college students. So I also accompanied with them, with students. So for the help of the technical rounds. So I was there by the time. So the interviewer asked them, write a logic for single linked list and double linked list. So if you not listen this programming, that is loss for you. So if you not listen clearly, after some days also or in the final year also, you should learn these concepts. So if you learn now only, it is easy for your final year. In the campus placements also, algorithm and data structures are very, very important. Maybe they ask you, they may not ask you. That is not the issue here. But at least you should know the logic of the concept. That is why I'm telling. So try to understand the concept. Try to understand the concept and then implement that concept in the programming. That is very important. Okay. So we'll go to the program. So linked list provides an efficient way of storing related data and perform basic operations. By using linked list, we can perform some operations. Okay. So what are the operations on array also we can perform some operations, but here also the linked list same thing. We can insert, we can perform insertion operation, deletion operation, updation of information operation of the cost extra space required for the storing address of the next node. So that is another thing, but simply we can perform insert, delete, update and traverse operation also. We'll see all the operations. That is your syllabus. That's it. Okay. So already I had told you that linked lists are three types. First one is single linked list, and second one is double linked list, and third one is circular linked list. These are the three types we have to discuss in your unit 2. Okay. First we'll move on to the single linked list. Single linked list is the simplest type of linked list in which every node contains some data and a pointer to the next node of the same data type. Okay, same data type only it will store. So by saying that the node contains a pointer to the next node. So in node contains pointer to the next node. This is the pointer. So the arrow mark is the pointer. In the programming also we can use the arrow method. So instead of arrow we can use the structure. So before this I'll tell you here. So actually the linked list will store the values in which type? Node type. The linked list will store the values in which type? Node type. Let me tell you this so that you can understand very clearly. Yes, node type. So yes, see. So the compiler will not understand the node type directly, but how we can, by using the structure type. What a structure means? What is the meaning of a structure? What is the meaning of a structure? Already you might read in C language. Struct node, structure, struct student, some programs you might execute. Okay, for this here we are using the structure data type. Structure data type is called the similar data items are stored at one position is called one place is called a structure. Okay, structure type, do you know? Do you know structures concept? Structures, yes, okay, good. So here we are using the type structure. Okay, simply using structure. So compiler does not know directly, but we know. But how can we convey the matter to the compiler? If it is an addition of the program, directly we can give the symbols, directly it will take and give the result. But if it is an arithmetical operation, numerical operation, or special characters, or English like letters, simply compiler will understand. But how it will understand a node? That is why we are creating the node by using the help of the structure variable, structure. That is why we are using struct, small letters only. It is very important, struct node, right? Int data, integer type of data. For example, if you want to store, so the first part of the node consists of what? Data field, right? And the next part, what we have? Struct node, no space, star, ptr. What is this ptr? Pointer. After writing this code, automatically the compiler will understand that this is the structure type. Simply it will create a box like this. It is logical in the memory. Okay. So after writing this code, this is called structure type, right? So this is the syntax for not only syntax. This is the code for creating the node. If you write this code, automatically the compiler will understand that it will create a node like this, right? So I'll go very slowly. Try to understand the concept. Otherwise, linked list will create a great confusion in your minds. So very important. You don't absent from my sessions, any session. It's not a matter to me. I know all this. If you absent, you ultimately you will lose. So sharp, I'll start the class. Next class onwards also. Okay. Here in the next class, I'll show you the example program for this. But before the program, I need to tell this all concept. See here, struct node, integer data type of data. That is the first field. Struct node means what here? All type of similar type of data items. For example, you might execute this program for structure program like this. For example, student data. student roll number, name, marks of all the subjects. So by using that, we can use the structure type. Here we are using structure type for node creation. Not only node creation, it consists of two parts. One is a data field and another one is address field. So address field, after that, what is there? Previous node is there, next node is there. That means predecessor node is there and successor node is there. So total, all these types of we need. This is why we are using the structure here, right? That is the meaning of structure. So in every linked list, this will come. I'm giving you clarity here. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Let me stop. Okay. So this is the struct node star PTR. Why we are using stars are here? So pointer is represented by star only. Already you know this concept. No space here. Struct node space star, struct node star, or PTR or next, previous or next, whatever it is. Not a problem here. So this is the single linked list. See here, every node is connected to the similar item is connected to the next node. Okay, the representation of linked list in memory. How we can represent already just before I have shown you how it will create a node, but how it will represent in memory, I'll show you here. So let us see how linked list is maintained, represented in memory. In order to form a linked list, we need a structure called node. Already you know node. What is node? So it has two field data, next field data store information part, next. Okay, this one you know. See here, in memory, it is logical, not physical. We cannot see this. In logically, in the system memory, the linked list will be stored like this. See here, for example, this is the starting node. The starting node will be given to the head node. That is one. Here, see this. The data is H here, and the next field is 4. And the remaining are empty is that this is called content contiguous memory location. This is the block, and after that this is the block, this is the block, and this is the block. Okay, so this is how the memory will be represented. These locations are not mandatory. You can give any format, not an issue here. For example, see here in the start you use it to store the address of the first node. Okay, right, that's good. In example, start equals to 1, so that first data is stored at address 1, which is H. That's okay. And here the corresponding next stores the address of the next node, that is called 4. So the next node is called what? E. E is the next node. So but H is storing the address of the E node. So what is the address of E4? Here 4 is there. This is the address. See here. In the program part also, I'll explain. But see here. This is how the program also will execute. So the address of H is 1. And the address of E is 4, address of L is 7, E is 8, and the address of E is 4. Okay. So here the address of the E is 4, that is stored in H only. After that, E is placed there, and the next address of the next one is 7, that is E. Likewise, it will go up. Okay. Here, for example, minus is there, minus 1 is there, that means what? Already I told you, minus 1 means what? Null. Null means end of the list. So here 10 is there, that means 0, that means minus 1. End of the list. That reached the end of the list here. So see here the second element is obtained from 4 is again we see corresponding next, and the next one is 7 and fetch the L as the data. So we repeat the process until the minus 1 is there. So finally we are printing the word hello. So that means we are using the alphabetical order letters. HELL. The same letter is called placed by nearby place. This is the hello. For example, if you want to store in this also, we can write. It's not an issue. So I want to print a hello. Simply nothing but let me draw so that I can clearly understand that. So here total 1 to 10 are there. The source a chunk of memory. Chunk means a part. The shaded portion contains the data for other applications. Remember that the nodes of a linked list need not be in consecutive memory locations in our example. That means only our nodes are stored at 1, 4, 7, 8, and 10. Let me draw one thing and clearly understand that. Okay. For example, I'm taking one list here. So just I'm starting with my start. Just 1 minute, students. So I can draw like this. H E L O like this. Or simply you can write like this. So we can maximize this. So this is the linked list. So every linked list having memory location. For example, this is the 1001. For example, so this is the 1004 or some blocks. This is not fixed. You can give any address, but it is having some block of statement. So this is the linked list. Hello, the end of the list. This is why this in this way the linked list will be stored here. That is the single linked list. Okay. In the next class, I will tell you the operations on linked list, single linked list. Just I'll tell the algorithm and procedure. Then in the next class only I'll tell you the example for this. So first of all, the operations are called what? Inserting a node, deleting a node, inserting a node at end of the list, beginning of the list, or the end of the list, or in the middle of the list. So these are the cases. So don't be confused. Let me write otherwise. So insertion is possible. First of all, insertion. Insertion. So insertion is possible at ending of the list and middle of the list. Okay, this is the list.